YouTube, how's it going? So when thinking about what to talk today, I turned my thoughts to some things that really interest me, and I remembered that it's, because I'm filming this the day before I post it, it's Wednesday. And usually on Wednesdays, I have a club meeting for a group called Sanctuary. Once a month, we will do this event called Tea and Tarot. Now, Tea and Tarot, simply put, is exactly what the name implies. We make tea. We actually have these little things called tea balls, and you put the herbs in it, and then you put it in the hot water, and it makes tea, and it's very tasty. And we read tarot. I've always had kind of some interest in the occult, as I'm sure a lot of people go through. And I've come to terms with the fact that while I do have this deck of cards, they are, believe it or not, mere pieces of paper. In being able to say such, I always start out every reading I give, well, mostly unless if I've said it to you before, that these are pieces of paper. They are pieces of cardboard, and pieces of cardboard, on the whole, cannot tell the future. Of course, that's my personal belief. This isn't set out to offend anyone who really does believe in tarot. If you do, awesome. I just, personally for me, I believe that they are great for meditation. Shuffling in general, I find to be very relaxing. And they're also a really great way to get ideas out in the open, to think about a situation in a different way. I do love reading tarot, though. It does kind of distress me when people take it really seriously and get really alarmed if I say something, but on the whole, people are pretty chill about it, because there aren't a lot of people, at least in my area, who are very into it. They think it's more, old fun, I'll get my tarot read, see what the cards say, ha ha ha. So in that sense, it can be really fun. Like I said, it kind of can distress me when people get really, intense or afraid or anything, so I always feel bad when that happens, but I always try to, every coin has its other side, I guess. Try to give them, well, it may say this, but this dark side can also lead to something better along the way. Now, honestly, does that sound like a bad thing to you? I think it sounds great. It's saying, hey, you've got to have change, but you're going to have rebirth. It's a good thing. And people always see death, and their first thought is, oh God, oh God, oh God. And I like drawing it when people understand that, hey, this could lead to good things. There is one card that I fear above all cards. Death. I'm not afraid of the death card in the sense that, oh no, I drew the death card, now I'm going to die. I hate drawing the death card because it scares people into thinking, oh no, I'm going to die. I've got a little book here, and I use it to read. It's very helpful because it's got little meanings for all the cards. And for death, it says, a skeletal rider on a pale horse bears the banner of the white rose. This card usually indicates rebirth or transition rather than physical death. Accept change so that rebirth can occur. Let go of past issues holding you back. Now, honestly, does that sound like a bad thing to you? I think it sounds great. It's saying, hey, you've got to have change, but you're going to have rebirth. It's a good thing. And people always see death, and their first thought is, oh God, oh God, oh God. And I like drawing it when people understand that, hey, this could lead to good things. Now, personally, my deck is a Hanson Roberts deck. And like I said, I just saw it in a store, and I gave my friend a couple bucks to buy it. It's a really tiny deck, same number of cards as any deck, but they're very little. Usually they're a lot taller and wider. But I haven't gotten another deck since, partly because I haven't had anyone buy me a deck, but also because I really like this deck. It's very small, and as you can kind of possibly tell, I have really tiny hands, and I've used other people's decks before, and they're cumbersome for me. As much as I'd like one, this one, for now, it works for me. It works really well for me. And I've always had a good time with it. I mean, I don't always have the best readings, but I enjoy it well enough. Now, a tarot deck itself is divided into two categories, the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. In the Major Arcana, you've got cards that are 1 through 21. And these are cards that, they're not in a suit or anything. They're just kind of different, more, I don't want to say important, but they've got stronger meaning usually. basically, at least for my deck, these kind of follow the circle of life. There's the death card, there is a There's everything in there. It starts with the Fool and ends with the World. Now, within the minor arcana, there's 4 suits. In mine, it's pentacles, rods, swords, and cups. And, I mean, they're called different things in other decks, but for the most, it's pretty much the same. And, of course, within all the suits, you've got aces, and then 1s through 10s, and pages, knights, queens, and kings. So it's kind of like a deck of cards, kind of not, but pretty cool. So yeah, tarot, it's good times. I usually, when I first got this deck, I used to always read in a certain formation called the Celtic Cross, which is a 10-card spread. But as of late, I've been using a 7-card spread that's a little more general. And I used to ask for questions, but I don't always anymore. Now I like to do general readings more because like when I do tea and tarot, I tend to just read for people who I don't know. And if I don't know you, it's harder for me to, read your emotions and be able to tell exactly what I'm saying. So I don't like those as much, but they're still good times. My name is Keps, and I approve this message.
My greatest strength is also my strongest weakness.